Anuradha, you are a soft skill trainer. So, if we take these skills which we say is the young professionals are lacking, let me just talk about this interpersonal communication. You said that yes, we need to communicate, we need to have this, but we have a problem here. Okay, if our young professional doesn't have the skill, as a trainer, how would you suggest to a solution? What would be a solution? How can they improve?
Having interpersonal skill, most of these skills we learn through experience, our own experience. But as a trainer, you cannot, every time you cannot experience interpersonal skills. Our own personal biases, our own upbringing has made us what we are. We deal with people the way we are being brought up, by not just by our parents, but also by our circumstances. Maybe our parents were very introverted people, so maybe you might not have had a very good social circle while growing up. Maybe yourself, you are an introvert, and that's why dealing or interacting with people, maybe reading books was your cup of tea, but now you have to go and interact with people might be different. So one of the ways is that you sit and for interpersonal communication is you sit and you analyze what is your, where is it that you're exactly lacking. And sitting in front of the camera, or in the front of a camera, record yourself. How is your body language when you interact? Do you sit like this, or do you sit face to face and talk with people? How is it that you communicate? Learning verbal and non-verbal cues is very important when you're learning interpersonal skills. The other is, this will break your first barrier. The other barrier that comes is you need to treat people with respect. If you have an overall attitude where you feel that I'm dealing with someone, I am a person who is maybe my engineer, or many young professionals, especially not just engineers, but overall young professionals, we all have a bit of that. We have achieved so much in our technical education. Now that we have graduated or post-graduated, this is what I am. And then when you go to offices and you deal with different people from different, you might not be respectful to them. You might not talk to them as if they are wise. You might feel that you have all wisdom.
So you have to drop that elitist feeling. Right, that's the first thing. Yes.
And so that's how you communicate to them at human level. You treat people with respect, whether, like I said, whether it could be an operator or whether he's your boss, you need to treat everyone with respect and be aware of your verbal and non-verbal cues. What is the body language you are speaking? How is the tone of your voice? These all things you need to take. I would suggest is take a camera, record yourself and see how you behave, and then do an analysis, do a self-introspection. And then you can, this is one of the most efficient ways I have realized is that helps people to break down the barriers and get better at interpersonal communication.
All right, these things cannot be achieved overnight, but sure, when we take these small steps, yes, ultimately, yes, we can.